Guess it's about that time again, huh? Alright, where to even start with this issue? This was an issue that I've seen that has been happening a lot, try saying that 5 times fast, with a whole bunch of YouTubers. And in fact, it almost happened to me, if you've been following along with a whole lot of the different videos that I've made based around this. And by a whole lot, I mean all 2 of them, but you get the point. The YouTube system. We've all been there. Anybody who has been or is still a YouTube content creator has had this happen to them. Their accounts or whatever video gets flagged for copyright or whatever community guidelines violation, and in the end it hasn't even done anything, and yet it's still taken down or suspended. And this has been happening for quite a while. In fact, as I was just saying, it's happened to me many times before. As a matter of fact, Maker Studios went ahead and started copyright claiming a whole bunch of the videos that I made from back in 2013 that I've had that have YFM music in the background. May I remind you, Maker Music no longer even has most of this copyright due to Ray William Johnson taking all the copyright under his name in Equals 3 Studios. I'm not even going to go out here and say that I'm the only one that this has happened to, because I know for a fact that it hasn't. I can guarantee you that under things like I Hate Everything, actually, if you go back and you see at his channel, he says how on the 19th, which is literally only 4 days ago, he said how his account was taken down for whatever community guidelines violation on Destroy the Little Panda Fighter or whatever, and then whatever copyright or whatever claim. Hold on. Sorry, I'm moving my chair back and forth, and every time I do, it knocks my camera like that. Of course, I do it again as demonstration after I just fixed it. But that's just me. Anyway, back to the original issue at hand. Things like that have been going on for ever and ever and ever. And I think it's about time that someone does something. To be quite honest with you, this issue has been, like I said, going on for a while. And I'm pretty sure that this isn't what the original creators of YouTube all the way back in 2006 had in mind. Now, we do have to understand that Google is this huge multi-billion-dollar, if not trillion-dollar at this point, company who can do just about whatever they want. And if you try to put a lawsuit up against them, you're going to be known as the one who puts a lawsuit as Google, or against Google, and you don't want that. And even if they could probably just bribe whoever it is by saying, here, we'll give you a couple $2 billion, leave us alone, and they'll be like, alright, the case is closed, you've lost. This is an issue that no one has been taken upon, or themselves to go through and talk about. The only ones that I've seen, actually, are PewDiePie, Game Theory, I Hate Everything, and at this point, me. I'm not sure if any other video creator has been making these type of things, because to be quite honest, I don't go around looking up just random rant videos on the YouTube system, because who does that anyway? But to be quite honest, this is, like I said, this has been an issue that people barely talk about, and not even the biggest content creators, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, have been recognized for this. I Hate Everything only just got his account back, and not one person who's a big name on YouTube staff or the Google staff has done anything about it. Game Theory almost had their video on the YouTube system taken down for this, just for calling them out. PewDiePie almost had his video on this taken down for this, and I won't be surprised if YouTube sits here and tries to take this video down that I am recording currently for this same reason, just speaking out against what they think is corrupt within their YouTube system. Their 3-flag system and whatever automated stuff is corrupt. And I'm gonna sound like some politician over here, something saying this, but it is. I'm sorry. They have these automated systems that are set here to protect the content creators and what they make on YouTube to put up there. And people say, oh no, there can't be any false flagging because YouTube looks at it and they'll say whether it actually violates or not. No, YouTube doesn't look at it. In fact, the only part of Google and their products that actually does this is Google+, and even then, they don't do a whole good job about that. No, what happens is a robot goes over and scans through, doesn't even, it's a robot, it doesn't pay attention to much of anything anyway. It just goes through, looks at the amount of reports, and says, huh, that's a lot of reports. Might as well just get rid of it. And this is an issue that everyone is hit by eventually. If you're a content creator, more than likely, at the time I'm uploading this has happened to you before. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and take people like Markiplier, people like MatCat, people like PewDiePie, people like Jenna, what's her name, like iJustine, like Superwoman, all of them. All of them have had something along the lines of this happen to them. And I think it's about time that we start to do something. Because to be quite honest, I don't find it a whole lot fair that people can go on and do things like this to channels that don't have anything wrong with them. Meanwhile, we have the reaction videos like Jinx or whatever, and they do violate these things, and yet their channels are still up there at the top. And I don't think it's fair that this is happening. But there is one reason why I do believe this is happening. I never said it was going to be fair. But I think the reason why it's all happening is all because of money. Like I said, Google is this huge multi-billion-dollar company, and they will do anything, or just about anything, to get their hands on more money. And I think that this is one of the ones, or one of the issues, that this does happen to play into. You see, not a whole lot of people are going to be looking up rant videos like this just for the fun of it. No, they're going to be looking up reaction videos, they're going to be looking up gaming videos, and they're going to be looking up a whole lot of other videos like that. And that is partially the reason why people like I Hate Everything and other rant YouTubers have had this happen to them before. And it's all because their videos and their channel does not make the profits that Google wants. Meanwhile, the things like Jinx and stuff do make those type of profits, therefore they keep their channels up. No matter how many reports they have, no matter how many times their videos or channels have been flagged, they're still up there because they're the ones who make all the profits. Meanwhile, things like that take all the effort that people like I Hate Everything and stuff like that have gone, or all the effort that they've put into their videos and into their time to make these videos, all that effort and time pushed into nothing, basically, all because their videos did not make the cut for what Google wanted. And like I said, I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair that people can just go through, and Google can go through and say, I don't like this, and it doesn't make us profit, let's just take the thing down. Like, clear it off, like nothing ever happened, like this video was never made, this channel was never made, let's just get rid of this right now. And honestly, and I Hate Everything actually said this, if it wasn't for the fact that a whole bunch of these YouTubers that are being taken down had so many fans and had all these different accounts and stuff like that, extra accounts, to make sure that they tell other people about all this sort of thing happening, that their accounts would still be taken down and they would be gone off the face of the earth. I Hate Everything actually said at some point in his videos, had he still been only the very little channel that he had been with the 30,000 subscribers, that his channel would probably still be taken down and we would have never heard from him again. Now this is just a little issue that I've been looking at for a while, and like I said, this has happened to me before with the YFM things and stuff like that. And I think that it's about time that somebody does something about this, because I don't find it right. That's just about it for this rant. This has gone on for longer than I intended it to, but I guess it's what has to happen when it comes down to an issue like this. I hope you all understand where I'm coming from this, and where a whole bunch of other people are as well. See you in the next video, I guess. That's the only thing I can say at this point, I guess.